So my name is Jim Simmons. My wife Diane and I have been coming to community in Downers Grove, since we started. My wife and I were attending a local church in our local community at the time, which was not Downers Grove. And we knew that there was something lacking. And, we didn't know what, but we knew there was something that we were both longing for. And when we talked about it together, it was a big decision because we'd been attending that church for 15 years. And so we decided we would just visit some other churches. And we visited, a couple churches. And yeah, that's like the same one we were at and only bigger, or the same one we were at only in a different building. It wasn't what we were looking for. It wasn't where we felt we were being tugged. Well, my wife has a colleague that she worked with. She said to my wife, "Have you thought about the yellow box?" Well, I'd never heard of the yellow box. Never heard of anything called the yellow box. And so we got intrigued by that and we went and visited. The first time I went to the yellow box in March of 17, it blew my mind. It was an absolute thrilling experience. I have not felt the presence of the Holy Spirit like that since I was a teenager in Youth for Christ. You can look that up in the history books. That's how long ago that was. Well, it turns out it was a baptism service. And the message ended with a challenge, and it ended with an invitation to step out and be baptized. And people around me were stepping out. They were moving out of their seats and headed back to the prayer team. And next thing I know, that same person that was sitting over here is now down there in the water. And it was remarkable. It was one of the most remarkable experiences I've ever had. I was hoarse. I'm still hoarse from the cheering and the screaming and the yelling, and it was just ridiculous. I can't believe that I had that experience. We left that day to head home, and I turned to my wife Diane. I said, "We found it." And she said, "We found it." Shortly after we started attending Yellow Box, we learned about a startup that was going to happen, a plant in Downers Grove, and realized that that's something we really wanted to be a part of. Being a part of the Downers Grove location, that startup, it's like the purpose. It's the purpose that we were seeking. We didn't know what we were looking for. God knew, and He brought us here. And it's the most exciting thing I've ever done in my life, and I can't wait to continue on doing it. It's amazing. The comfort that I receive from this whole experience is knowing that no matter what, it's security. It's no matter what, I've got Christ. And it's also a comfort in knowing that I really feel strongly that I'm doing what He wants me to be doing. And Downers Grove is a big part of that. You have nothing to lose. And just come and experience this. And I think you will find comfort. I think you will find comfort. Christ said, come to me and I will give you rest. And that is a real thing.